need a loom hook, and multicolored loom bands to get started. First, we will start placing the perimeter bands. You go from the center peg to the left peg and continue in a straight line all the way down to the loom. When you've reached the last peg, you're going to go from the last left peg to the center peg. Next, we will continue with the other side of the perimeter. You're going to go back to the first center peg and then go to the right peg. Continue in a straight line all the way down the loom till you've reached the last straight peg. Then you'll go from the right peg to the center again. Now we are ready to create our starburst formation. You're going to choose any color of your choice, and for this I chose 3 colors. We're going to start with the blue, and we're going to go from the second center peg. We're going to go in a clockwise fashion. From the second center peg, you're going to go from the second center peg to the top right peg, and then continue on in a clockwise fashion. The last band you place will be from the second center peg to the third center peg. You will repeat this all the way down the loom. I will show you again. We will go from the center peg out to the right peg. Then we will continue in a clockwise fashion, ending with the center peg to the next center peg, and continue this all the way down the loom. Now that you've placed all of your starburst, you'll want to push the bands down a little bit. This will allow more room on the peg for when we start to hook the bands. Go ahead and just take your fingertips and push gently down to give a little bit more space, making the whole loom and the bands even. Now we will place cap bands. Take a band and stretch it out, turn it over so it makes an 8. Wrap it back around your finger and place this on the last center peg. We will actually be placing quite a few cap bands, so you'll need to do this again, placing each cap band on the center of each starburst. Now that we've placed the cap bands, you'll need to turn the loom around in order to start hooking the bands. We will start from the first center band, pulling the cap bands back, grab the blue band, and pull to the second center band. Then you will start doing this in a counterclockwise fashion. You will place the hook onto the second center peg and pull back, grabbing the first blue band and pulling onto the right perimeter. You will do this in a counterclockwise fashion, making sure to always grab the band that you're pulling to the peg. We will continue this all the way down the loom. Once you've completed looping all of the starburst formations, we will continue back to the beginning. On the first center peg, you will grab the top black perimeter band after you pull back the cap band and place it on the left perimeter. You will continue this all the way down the perimeter, pulling back the colored bands and grabbing the bottom black band all the way down. When you've reached the end of the straight line, make sure to loop the last straight perimeter band into the center band. We will continue the same thing on the right, returning to the first center peg. Pull back the cap band and grab the black perimeter band, pulling to the first right peg. Continue this all the way down the straight line until you've reached the end. At the last straight peg, you're going to pull the bottom black band to the center peg. This will complete your bracelet. Once you finish looping all the perimeter bands, you're going to take your hook down at the very last center peg. You're going to push it all the way down through all of the bands and out to the side. You will be hooking one last band, pull it up through all of the bands and back onto the hook. This will help assist you get the bands off of the loom. There are a lot of bands involved in this bracelet, so please be careful when removing from the loom. You will want to help each band along if it seems to be stuck. Rocking left to right can also assist in removing the perimeter bands. You have now completed your Starburst bracelet.